Welcome to the new normal. You can still keep playing, just a bit different. And you can keep socializing, but keep your distance. You can even keep traveling and exploring new places. With App Gallery, you can keep doing all the things you love. So explore it.
Keep gaming, running, fighting. Keep hitting, scoring, winning.
Explore it. Explore it.
Keep dancing, singing, laughing. Keep watching, binging, sharing.
Explore it. Explore it.
Keep dating, socializing. Keep writing, chatting, posting.
Explore it.
Keep traveling, driving, flying. Keep riding, camping, hiking.
Explore it. Explore it.
Keep searching, browsing, listening. Keep shopping, keep professional.
Explore it. Explore it. Explore it. Explore it.
There's a new reality out there. So make your move and explore it with the epic apps on App Gallery.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. We welcome you all to our workshop session today. Thank you for joining us now. As you know, Huawei Global App Innovation Contest, which is Apps Up 2022, already started. To help you participate in Apps Up 2022, we have designed 6 workshops in total about different topics, which will help you understand how to integrate HMS SDKs in your mobile app. Today, this is our first workshop to introduce Apps Up contest with all the important details. Within this workshop, we will also talk about HMS and its introduction, and we will go through one of the most frequent and easy to integrate SDK, which is Analytics Kit. So let's get started. Here is the agenda for our today's session. First, we will see Apps Up 2022 introduction, followed by introduction of HMS Core, which is Huawei Mobile Services. And then we will have a look at the introduction of HMS Analytics Kit, followed by the coding for the Analytics Kit, how to integrate it inside your Android application. It will be a step-by-step guide. So at the end of today's workshop, you will be able to integrate HMS Kit inside your Android app. Then we will have QA session. So you are more than welcome to write all of your questions in the comments, and we will take up within this part of our today's workshop. And at the end, we will show you some of the important links in the form of QR code, which you can scan and be a part of our community and do the needful. So let's get started with our first topic of today, which is Apps Up 2022 introduction. We are excited to introduce Huawei Global App Innovation Contest, which is Apps Up 2022. Together we innovate. Apps Up 2022 is a global event held by Huawei to inspire developers to become more innovative and work together to build an app ecosystem that intelligently connects everything. For this, Huawei has set aside more than $1 million as prize money for the winners in different categories, which we will see in our next slides. Moreover, our standing winners will also get their hands on a range of exciting incentives. Apps Up 2022 is not new. It was established back in 2020 and is now entering its third consecutive year attracting 10,000 global developers as participants. In last couple of years, 2.95 billion global impressions were recorded and nearly 10,000 innovative HMS apps were submitted, laying the foundation for its success and growing appeal to global developers. Apps Up allow developers to participate from 5 different regions like Europe, Middle East and Africa, Latin America, China, and Asia Pacific. Now, let's have a look at this video to see what to expect in Apps Up 2022.
Together we innovate.
So nearly 10,000 innovative HMS apps were submitted from different countries across 5 regions like Al-Musalli, Scary Teacher, Blind Assistant, and other innovative apps. For this year 2022, we have 8 different categories for our developers to submit their work. For women, we have one Tech Women's Award with prize money of 10,000 US dollars. While for students, we have 3 Student Innovation Award, each worth 5,000 US dollars. And this year, we have 3 Best Arabic App Award as well. In addition to the prize money, winners will also win App Gallery Promotional Resources, App Gallery Connect Resources, and incentives for paid HMS core capabilities after integrating ML, which is Machine Learning Kit. Now let's have a look at the schedule and important dates. Apps Up kicked off officially on 24th of June 2022, and the registration and submission is now open for global developers until 9th of October. Once the submission will be completed, from 10th of October to 7th of November, our experts will review all the submitted apps to select top 30. From 8 November, public review announcement of top 30 apps phase will be started, with the final award ceremony to be held in December 2022. Please mark your calendar with all the important dates and submit your work before 9th of October this year. So these are the different stages of Apps Up 2022 contests. First stage is the registration and submission. All the global developers can submit more than one app. However, all the submitted apps should meet the entry requirement. We recommend you to visit Apps Up 2022 official website and read more about the eligibility and the entry requirements listed at the bottom of the page. Second stage will be selection of top 30 apps from all the submitted apps. Third stage will be public review of top 30 selected apps, while the final stage will be announcement and award ceremony. Every app submitted in Apps Up 2022 must meet 2 major requirements. Number 1, it should be innovative and should be released on Huawei App Gallery. And number 2, each app must integrate HMS Open capabilities or services provided by Huawei. If we talk about expert review criteria, it's very simple and the selection dimensions are 3. First is the user experience, which should be smooth and stable with beautifully designed user interface. Number two is the submitted app must offer unique and innovative functions, while the last criteria is the submitted app must address an issue or offer solution to the real world problem. Let's say, for example, last year 2021 Blind Assistant AI Assistant for Blind People won Best HMS Innovation and Best Social Impact Award. The app integrated HMS ML Kit, which helps blind people to identify any object. You might be surprised to hear that the development period for this app was just 1 month. Now, how to register for Apps Up 2022? You can register and submit your work by following 4 simple steps. Step 1 is to register your Huawei developer ID, and for this, all you need is email address or phone number to complete this step. Step 2 is to complete your identity verification. For this, you have to upload your official ID with name and picture along with bank ATM card. Make sure none of the information on either of the cards should be hidden. In case of enterprise, you can upload your business license copy. For students, you can upload your student ID card if you don't have bank ATM card. Third step is to register for Apps Up 2022 contest by filling basic information like team, name, phone number, and so on. And the final step is to submit your work like job name, app ID, list, etc. That's it. So these are the 4 simple steps through which you can participate in Apps Up 2022. Now, please scan this QR code on the right hand side to complete all the steps and participate in Apps Up 2022. On behalf of whole team, we would like to wish you best of luck with your participation. If you have any questions, please write to us at appsup.mea@huawei.com. Register now. Together we innovate. So now, before moving forward to our second part, let me introduce myself. This is Yasir Tahir, Senior Software Engineer at Huawei Cloud Services, MEA region. I have extensive experience with native mobile app development, including both Android and iOS. I have completed my MBA from Cardiff, Met University, UK, and I am a computer information system engineer from NED University, Pakistan. So let's head to our second topic of today, which is HMS Core. And the first thing when we say HMS Core, the first question you might have is, what is HMS? So HMS actually stands for Huawei Mobile Services, and HMS Core is set of SDK or services that we have as open capabilities, which all the global developers can consume and integrate within their mobile application. And if we say like HMS Core and App Gallery, it's actually a new alternative for all the app developers to increase their consumer base or to increase their app users. So on the left hand side, you can see we have generally app developers who actually are very familiar with GMS Core, and generally they integrate GMS Core within their Android application, and finally publish their application on Google Play to reach their consumers. So that's one of the route we have. And then we have another route already available for the developers, which is they can integrate iOS Core inside their iOS application and then can publish on iOS App Store to reach their consumers. Now we are saying, or we are talking about HMS Core and App Gallery, which is the third largest mobile app store in the world as of now, and it's a new alternative for the developers. So developers can actually consume HMS Core inside their mobile application, whether it be Android, iOS, and we are supporting different platform as well. We will have a look at it just shortly after a few slides, let's say. So once, let's say, developer integrate different HMS core capabilities inside their application, they can release their application on our third largest store, which is Huawei App Gallery, to reach to consumers. So HMS is actually working and offering a lot of services. If we say we are actually building a seamless AI life, which is 1 plus 8 plus N for high quality digital experience for all scenarios. And by all scenarios is actually, we mean the all type of devices that we have, whether it be the mobile phone, the tablet, PC, or the TVs, or the monitors, the headset, watches, and so on. Now, HMS Core is a set of SDKs. As I said, it's based on our 1 plus 8 plus N AI life. So here, one actually represent the one mobile device in case of the devices, and in case of the users, it actually represent the users and the developers. So if we look deep into it, we have the first portion, which is developers and our partners, which is actually 5.4 million plus registered developers that we have already consuming different HMS Core SDK to offer different sort of application or services. It can like it Rather it be education or news or health or entertainment and so on from different verticals. So that's actually based on one is the developers or the partners, and then we have 8 different devices that they can extend their services to with n number of partner and services. This is just the one part of the whole AI seamless life. The other part, if we talk about, is actually the hardware side or the other services that we offer, which is one is actually representing the users or the consumers. We already have 730 million plus monthly active device users. So you can say, in other words, globally, 730 million plus users are using different devices of Huawei, and they are actually connected to different services, which is 8 and plus n number of services that we already have with us as a part of our total digital all scenario life offering, which includes Huawei App Gallery, Huawei Assistant, Huawei Browser, Huawei Cloud, Battle Search, Battle Map, Education, and other IoT services. So moving forward, let's have a look at App Gallery. App Gallery is a gateway to millions of 1 plus 8 plus N apps. It's present and operational in 170 plus countries across different regions. So it's a really good chance for all the mobile app developers to start distributing their app on third largest mobile app ecosystem. Let's talk or look at some of the numbers. So for App Gallery, we have approximately 580 million plus monthly active users who are accessing App Gallery on daily basis, downloading different applications. And in 2021, approximately 432 billion plus app downloads were there, which is approximately 12% higher than what we saw in our previous years. Similarly, we had approximately 195% increase in quick app distribution year-on-year growth rate, which is something really amazing. So, as a developer, if you release your app on Huawei App Gallery, you get a really good chance to increase your user base. Yet at the same time, you will be able to generate revenue if you are consuming some monetization services. And some of these services, we will just have a look at it shortly today in our next slides. If we talk about HMS Core, as I said, we have approximately 5.4 million plus global developers who are consuming different HMS Core capabilities and services. And in total, as of 2021, we have 187,000 global apps integrated with HMS Core. So if we talk about application development lifecycle, in a nutshell, HMS Core offers 60 plus open capabilities. You can also say them SDKs or kit, and approximately 12,981 APIs. So it's a very huge offering that we have as a part of HMS. and developers have a lot of options to consume these SDKs or services inside their mobile app and build on top of their own service or capabilities. So we divided all of the HMS Core SDKs in three different phases. Some of them are part of the development phase, which offers some basic functionalities and features to your mobile app. The rest of the SDKs are part of our growth phase, where you can actually consume them to grow your application within different dimensions or domains. And the last part is actually the monetization part, through which you can actually earn money or generate revenue out of your services. So as I mentioned, the first phase is the develop phase. We have some of the most frequently used and common capabilities within this phase, like ML machine learning kit, we have map kit, we have location kit, and so on. So if you have an idea of an app for a taxi booking service, you can consume couple of services from our developed category. Let's say map SDK, location SDK, site SDK, to integrate the whole tech, to integrate and bring the whole taxi application. At the same time, let's say if you launch your own application and you want to increase your customer base, you can integrate the different SDKs that we have as a part of growth phase, which can be the push notification to have better engagement with your users, the analytics kit, which actually give you insights about what's happening from user engagement point of view as well, user behavior point of view, and also how actually users are consuming your services. And in our today's session, we are going to cover the analytics kit in detail as well. And at the end of this workshop, you will be able to integrate these inside your Android application. Then again, we have some other kits in growth phase as well, like dynamic tag manager and so on. Then the third phase is actually the monetization phase, where we offer different sort of SDKs or kits, like in-app purchases. So if you are working with games or you are working with virtual currencies or virtual coins, you can integrate in-app purchase kit inside your mobile app to offer this whole capability to your end users. At the same time, if you're not using in-app purchase, let's say, and you want to find an alternate to generate a revenue, you can then integrate ads kit. So you can place different type of ads that we have, and we have one dedicated workshop about ad as well in the upcoming sessions. So stay with us for the rest of the workshops as well. We will cover ad kit in detail, and we will also show you or guide you how you can integrate these inside your Android app. And next is the wallet kit, which can also help you to monetize inside your application. So not only this, HMS Core offer other services as well. Like one of the service that we have is Huawei Developer Forum. As I mentioned, we have approximately 5.4 million plus registered developers from different regions of the world. So all the developers have access to our developer forum, where they can actually post questions regarding different things. Let's say if they are facing some issues, or if they want any solution regarding integration of any of the SDK or HMS core, they can write up there. At the same time, if they are facing some challenges while developing or deployment, they can ask us. At the same time, if they want to share their knowledge, or if they have a really good case study, or they want to publish an article, they can also share it on the global developer forum that we have. In most cases, from Huawei side, we have a technical team from different regions and countries. And in most cases, you will get your reply for your question about anything, any phase, within 24 hours from one of our experts. And also, as this is a global community, so other experts from different domains are also there. They will also love to help you out and to answer your queries. So how you can ask the question? It's pretty simple. You can visit forum.developer.huawei.com, and you will see on right hand side an image like this which says ask question. So once you click on it, you can write the relevant subject and then your message. At the same time, if you're looking for something which already exists, you can filter by tags from the right hand side as well. Like if you're looking for something related to machine learning, you can select the MLKit tag and it will show up all the questions and the article related to your selected tag. The interface in the middle looks something like this. Here you will you have different tabs like latest, recommended, popular, and unanswered. If you think like you are expert within the domain, you can navigate to unanswered and start helping other developers. Or if you want to read something, or if you want to contribute to one of the top trending or popular question or article, you can go to the popular tab and read the subsequent topics or questions. Not only this, we have something called code labs as well, which is actually a guided step by step, let's say, coding experience through which you can integrate one or more than one SDKs inside your application. So here I will not say Android. Actually, we have code labs for different platform as well, which we will see shortly. So code labs are based on different topics. Let's say if you are looking to integrate analytics SDK inside your Android application, so you can search for analytics code lab, and then you can follow all the steps. At the end of the code lab, you will be able to integrate. You will complete the integration of the whole analytics capability inside your application. So we offer two different type of code labs. Some of them are single kit based code labs, and some of them are multiple kit based code labs. So single kit is actually something where you are targeting just one SDK integration. So let's say if you are planning to integrate face recognition, you can just integrate MLKit face recognition. This is just single code lab that we have, or based on the scenario. For example, if we take our taxi application example again, so for this, you might have to integrate more than one SDK, which is map SDK, location SDK, and site SDK. So our code labs are also offering multiple code labs, which is based on scenarios like motion tracking, like find nearby museums and visit with virtual guides. Again, not only this, we have our online training portal where we have different type of courses. Some of them are individual videos about one particular topic, like how to integrate one of the SDK inside your application. Some videos that we have is a developer case sharing study, or some of the video that we have is about the introduction of different services or different capabilities that we have. Not only this, we have a set of courses, we call it micro courses or mock courses as well, about certain topics. Let's say the HMS Core version 5 or HMS Core version 6 is already there. So there are series of different videos within this mock or micro courses. And again, some of the courses that we have are based on the use cases. Let's say if you want to build a taxi application, or if you want to build one particular vertical or industry based application, so you can follow these tutorials and training videos online. And most of the content, almost all the videos and content that we have, it's completely free. You can access them very easily. Right after creating your Huawei developer ID, you will have access to all of this, um, and you can watch these videos, learn by yourself at any time with your ease. So how you can start the HMS journey? It's pretty simple. The first step is you must create your Huawei developer ID, which is something really easy to do. All you need is just the email address and the phone number to complete the steps. Once you have your Huawei developer ID, you can access our online training portal where we have list of different courses. Like for example, we have Android basic course, we have Android advanced course, then we have HMS foundation course, and also we have Java foundation course. So if you are a mobile app developer, let's say Android developer, you can start directly with HMS foundation course. But if, let's say, you don't have a right knowledge about Android or let's say Java, you can start either with Java first and then followed by Android Basic and Android Advanced, and later start your journey with HMS Foundation course. So HMS Foundation course itself covers Android Basic and Huawei Mobile Services topics. And by topics, it's actually a progressive study. We will start with basic capabilities or easy to integrate capabilities from HMS core, and then we will move forward to some advanced level of capabilities like machine learning, like image, video, and so on. After completing our HMS Foundation course, you can take HMS Foundation exam, which is an online exam. And upon passing the exam, you will get Huawei's developer certificate, which is the e-certificate. This whole course that we have, it's focusing on practical application development and integration. So for you as a developer, it's a very good starting point. You can start today. If you don't have prior experience with HMS, let's say, you can start today and start learning and be a certified Huawei developer. So that was brief introduction about HMS and HMS core capabilities. Now we will move forward to our next topic of today, which is the analytics kit. So analytics kit actually provide free data analysis for wide range of devices and platform. And it's just not limited to one platform. We support different platforms like Android, iOS, web, Harmony OS, and Quick App. So Harmony OS is actually the new operating system that we have from Huawei, and it is based on two languages, Java and JavaScript. Our code lab are already enriched with both of these guided step-by-step coding guide. For you, if you are working with Harmony OS, you can just follow the code lab to integrate Analytics Kit. So using analytics kit, you can make informed decisions. Let's say if you are planning for an upcoming marketing campaign and you want to optimize your product, or you want to optimize your user engagement. So you can make informed decisions based on the analytical data that you already received, right? And eventually based on the user behavior as well. So for example, if you have an e-commerce application and you have list of different products, and for the user journey, user can navigate to different products, see their details, add them to cart, and then proceed to payment, checkout. Um, so in a typical user journey, there are many ways from where the user can leave the screen from your or close your application or services. So how to have all of these insights? It's pretty simple. You can integrate analytics kit. You can have insights like about the complete user journey. So if user A added product A to cart and then he moved to cart, he tried to check out, but due to maybe payment or due to something, he dropped out and he didn't proceed with the payment. So you will have insight what actually made him to leave. And that's why you can use analytical data to optimize the products as well, to optimize the overall services as well. So having said that, we can say that Analytics Kit is one-stop digital intelligent data analysis platform that Huawei is offering, to which is tailored down to meet the needs of enterprises, not only for, let's say, developers, but across different departments and different roles. So for example, as a developer, you want to understand how your application is performing in terms of crashes and in terms of stability. At the same time, it's very important for you to understand what is the crashing point and how stable your app is. All of these things you can get easily through Analytics Kit. If we talk about operational department, they can actually have insights about how the application is performing, how much load the application can handle easily. At the same time, if we talk about market expansion department, where the managers are looking to introduce your service in new markets, they can make some analysis based on the data that they receive through analytics kit. And if the product team is looking to optimize the product, again, analytics, it's something very useful. So this is something, a basic need for all department, not just for one particular department, and for all roles that we have within the organization. So Analytics Kit offer scenario specific data collection, management, analysis, and usage, and helping enterprises achieve effective user acquisitions, product optimization, precise operation, and business growth. How this is happening? Let's have a look at this chart very quickly. So let me zoom this part first. um, analytics analytics kit is very easy to integrate, yet very convenient for data collection. As we said, it we are supporting different platforms, whether it be Android, iOS, or web. And then we have, let's say, through these different platforms, we are actually available through multiple devices. At the same time, we are supporting some third party platform as well, like WeChat SDK and so on. So through very easy integration, you will start receiving the data, and this data is something very important for you to analyze different stuff. We say it intelligent data access, where some of the data is automatically collected, like user attributes, the location of the user, some of the user properties like demographic and so on. And you can also integrate your custom events as well. So let's say if you are interested to receive some particular events, you can push these events from your mobile application or your any application to the platform to do the analytical analysis, right? So, and when we say user attributes, we have list of different parameters that we are getting by default. Let's say membership level, we can also check the version number, we can check the location, and we can check the device brand, behavior preferences, and so on. And when we say behavior events, of course, we have some of the default events, like when the user installed this application, when the user uninstall this application. So you can actually know the user uninstall this application, and then you can perform some optimization why the users are uninstalling your application. At the same time, you can integrate Analytics Kit with different HMS Core capabilities, like in-app purchase. As I mentioned, for my e-commerce application, if the user is navigating all the way through their cart until the payment screen and they are dropping out at the payment screen, so you will have better insights why actually user are not proceeding with the payments. And then rest of the information like submit an order, add to cart, and so on. So that's actually the first part, which is fast integration and convenient data collection. Let's say now you already have the data inside our dashboard, which is App Gallery Connect. We call it AGC. So here you can perform different type of data analysis. We support different models. Let's say industry analysis, session path analysis, retention analysis, user lifecycle analysis, and event analysis. At the same time, we have comprehensive user profiles, and we give you option to export data from the App Gallery Connect, which is AGC, or you can also integrate all the services through our open APIs that we have. And based on the user itself, you can have some insight driven operation. For example, if you have a Black Friday sale coming on or White Friday sale coming on, and you want to push some specific things to a specific set of users, which is actually particular user segment, so you can do it through our different tools that we offer. So user segmentation is supported, user labeling is supported based on different parameters like geographic locations, demographics, and so on. Also, you can integrate Analytics Kit with other HMS core capabilities like SMS marketing, or if you want to send some branding about new services or new uh, offering part of your services, you can integrate push notification to send or inform your app users. At the same time, you can integrate app messaging, remote configuration, and A/B testing. So this actually, all of this actually give you privilege to make precise decisions, optimize product, do targeted operations, and increase your users at the end as well. So let's move forward to our next slide, which is kind of a summary about analytics. As we talked about, analytics is very simple and easy, very quick to integrate. It help you to have secure data related services. We are compliant with different local and global privacy and security um, alliance. We are compliant with GDPR as well, and at Huawei we are very serious about data privacy and protection. At the same time, Analytics Kit is very fast and convenient data collection SDK. It collect almost 30 plus events by itself, and it give you chance to let's say push 500 custom events as well. Not only this, you have a dedicated dashboard for the real-time inputs or real-time data, which give you quite comprehensive and intelligent analysis as well. You can filter based on different parameters that you are interested in. At the same time, you can observe the user behavior and the hidden indicators if you want. You can also see the comprehensive user profiles based on the user parameters that we receive from the client side. At the same time, Analytics Kit will assist you in effectively reaching different customers or users. And again, you can integrate Analytics Kit along with other SDKs that we have as a part of HMS Core. So, how Analytics Kit is working, we have something called AAID, which is Application Associated ID. We also call it Anonymous Application ID, which is Anonymous Device ID open to third parties. Each app is assigned to a unique AAID on the same device. And this AAID get reset in some certain scenarios, like if user uninstall or reinstall the application, the AAID will be reset. If user, let's say, restore the device to its factory settings, if user clears the app data, or if the app calls the clear cache data API, all of these scenario will reset the AAID. So sometimes from marketing perspective or from development perspective, you have to identify in some scenarios the number of users using X version of the application and the number of users using Y version of application. So all of this is possible through actually AAID. And you can also use AAID to connect with HMS core services such as PushKit, Analytics Kit, remote configuration, and so on. So we have multiple scenarios. We already discussed some. Now let's have a look at some of the application scenarios, how and when you can integrate Analytics Kit. So if you want to evaluate the effect of each user attraction, let's say new users, or to improve your return on investments, you can integrate Analytics Kit to have better data, better visibility. At the same time, if you want to see the user segmentation and you are planning to make a marketing decision or business decisions based on it, you can integrate Analytics Kit. At the same time, you can use data to verify the effect of product updates or upgrades. Let's say sometimes the application is having ABC interface and there is a new rebranding for the application, and now you are planning to launch or you already launch XYZ interface. There is a huge difference between the two versions, and the user experience for both is entirely different. So in that case, you can actually monitor which interface was very easy for the users to use. In short, you can say it was very smooth for the users based on the analytical data that you are receiving in our dashboard. At the same time, you can also get like you can implement targeted operational strategies on different audience. As I mentioned, if we have, let's say, Black Friday or White Friday sale coming up, and you have a specific offer only for the children cloth, so you can actually filter your segment into a smaller segment and then push related information to your some subset of users, not to all the users. Again, this will eventually help you to boost your business, and it will help you to grow. Now, here is actually the dashboard. So once you log in with your Huawei developer ID, you can navigate to a App Gallery Connect, and you will see something like this. You can see the title here, App Gallery Connect. We have different set of services right on the left hand side, which is divided into different cycle: the monetize, the build, grow, quality, and so on. On the left hand side, if you scroll down, you will see a dedicated option here which says Huawei Analytics. And once you click on it, you will see set of different services that we offer. Let's say the overview have the project overview, the custom overview, and the real-time overview, followed by some of the analysis that we have, like user analysis, behavior, and so on. And at the end, we have app debugging option as well, which you can actually use while integrating the analytics kit to check either your integration is successfully completed, either you are receiving the right events or not. And on the right hand side, whatever option you select from the left, the perspective view will appear with all the details. Like if you select project overview, it will show you all the relevant information regarding the project itself, and so on. As I said, we also support debug mode. So during the development, you can enable the debug mode to view the event records in real time, observe the results, and adjust the event reporting policies. You have the option to enable and disable debug mode, and it's very easy to do so. All you have to write this first command in your command prompt. To enable the debugging, make sure you have to mention your package name right here. So the package name is actually the application ID that you have inside app level build.grid. And then once you are done testing all of your integration of analytics, you can disable this debug mode. And to do so, you have to actually run this command right here. And in this command, you don't have to change anything. All you have to do is to copy and paste it inside your command prompt and hit enter. So your debugging will be end. During the whole development debug mode, you will be able to see all the analytical data in real time inside the app debugging tab that I showed earlier. So this is how it's look like. You can actually go to Huawei Analytics. You can go to app debugging to view the reported data. Now here the data is classified based on the time. Let's say last 60 seconds, how many events were recorded. It will show you the count as well of the event. And in last 30 minutes, how many events were recorded, and it will also show you the counts of the event. If you select last 30 minutes, it will show you a timeline, and which is differentiated by each minute. So you can select a relevant minute. Let's say if you want to select how many events were received at 2:30 p.m., you can select this timestamp, and it will show you all the event right below within this table. And with each event, you have an option called view details, through which you will be able to see all the details that you got from your client side, whether it be the user parameters, user default, or rather it be your custom events as well. So now let's go in action and move to our coding part. So we will actually start from very basic, how actually you can navigate to analytics kit. At the same time, I will also cover today the coding part, and I will show you how you can actually integrate analytics kit inside your Android application. So the first thing we will start with is the documentation. For this, you can open developer.huawei.com, and once you open this page, it will land you to something like this. We have two options as we are working with mobile apps, so we will select the mobile developers, visit the website. So now it will open a landing page with different information that we have. Let's say for the apps up 2022, there is all the information is here, then all the latest news and updates, followed by the featured services and capabilities like HMS Core, Huawei App Gallery, Huawei Ability Gallery, Huawei Ads, Huawei Themes, and some of the industry-based, vertical-based solutions, let's say e-commerce and so on. So you can explore all of these things at your free time, and we always recommend you to do so because it will give you some really good insights about what we have as a part of our offering. So for now, we will select on products, and under products, you can see we have different tabs here. Develop have different services, then HMS Core have different services, which is further divided into different domains like app services, graphic media, AI, smart services, security system. For our today's session, we will be focusing on analytics kit. So you can click on this analytics kit. Now, this will lead you to the landing page of Analytics Kit with different information like Analytics Kit is supported on different platforms like Android, iOS, Web, Harmony OS, Quick App, and so on. And there is also a video about the introduction of Analytics Kit, which you can watch some of the functions, service scenarios, advantages, partners, resources, and so on. So from here, because we are working as a developer, we have to integrate this service inside our mobile app. So we will click on View Documents, which will lead us to the most comprehensive document that we have, not just for analytics, but for all the HMS core capabilities. So once you land to this page, on the left hand side, we have the sidebar with different kits and capabilities. We are focusing on analytics at the moment. Let me zoom it a little bit. So here we have actually the about service, then we have quick tutorial, then we have different platform like Android, Harmony OS, Java, Harmony OS, JavaScript, iOS, Mac OS, web, quick app, quick games, WeChat SDK, and server SDK, and so on. Some of the results code that you might receive during the development, so you can refer to these documents here to understand what does this result code mean and so on. We also have listed some most frequently uh, receive questions with the relevant and appropriate answers, and then we have appendix with different information, so you can explore all of these at your free time. For now, we will be focusing on Android, so I will click on Android, and the first is the version change. So if we see the version change, and let me zoom out a bit, so here actually we have the latest version listed on top with the date it was released, and if you see on the right hand side, we have all the previous versions as well with the relevant release dates. You can refer to any of the version and check the documentation based on your requirement, and each version have information about what is actually newly added features within this version, so you can refer to it. If you as part of the integration, we always recommend you to target the latest version because it's most optimum to use the latest version, right? So then we will move to our next part, which is getting started. Here you will see the development environment information. The development process is also listed in the form of different steps, so we will follow each one of them. So you can click on it and you can follow each one of it, or there is an code lab provided for this, which is right here, the code lab. So you can click on this code lab directly, it will open the code lab, or you can click go to community. You can then select the code labs and it will open something like this. Not really this, actually, without the code lab. So it will open something like this, the code labs. Now here you can see we have code labs based on different domains and topics, like let's say like HMS Core, Harmony OS, App Gallery Connect, Huawei themes, and so on. Some of the code labs are single kit, some of the code labs are multi-kit. We already explained you this. For our today's session, we will be focusing on analytics. So either you can click on it and go to analytics, or you can search here directly analytics, and it will list down all the analytics related code lab that we have. So in total, we have around 15 code labs related to analytics for a particular topic, like analytics kit Harmony OS, Harmony OS JavaScript, then Kotlin, then Android, which is Java, Swift, iOS, web, data export mechanism code lab, quick app, and so on. For today's session, we will be focusing on analytics Android. So let's click on this. Now it will open a dedicated page with this step-by-step guide, and we will start from our first step. So this is the remaining time to complete the whole code lab, ideally. So you can see on the left hand side all the steps are listed, and in the middle part this is actually about the steps or the information that you need to know. And we also have a video on right hand side. So if you're new to analytics, or if you're not sure what are the features analytics offer, you can take our mock courses available on our online training portal, which will help you to understand. Not only this, it will also help you to integrate and learn how to do integration in the Android or mobile application. So there is some basic information like what is the overview, we already seen it, what you will create, okay, and what you will learn out of this code lab. So there are two key points you will learn out of this code lab. First one is you will learn how to use Android Studio to integrate capabilities of Analytics Kit, HMS, uh, and the second is correctly use APIs of Analytics. Now let's get started and move to the next step, which is what you will need. So you need two major things. Some of them are hardware requirements, some of them are software. For hardware, you need a computer, desktop or laptop, and you need a Huawei phone for running and debugging. However, you can also use our cloud debugging service, which is the available in the app gallery. I will show you how to access it later. For the next part is the software requirement. So for software, you must have Java Development Kit version 1.8 or later. You must have Android Studio version 3.6.1 or later. And for Huawei phone, you can use API level 18, which is actually equivalent to Jelly Bean Android 4.3 or later. And the knowledge required for this is the basic Android development knowledge and Android multi-threading knowledge. So again, if you don't have these two Android knowledge or a requirement, required knowledge or skill set, what you can do is you can navigate to our training portal, which is you can click here on this video, and it will take you to our training portal where you can search for Android, and you will see a couple of courses. One is for basic level and the other one is for advanced level, and all the courses that we have are free for you to take. So now let's get started with our next step, which is the integration preparation. So to integrate Analytics Kit, you must complete the following preparation. First, you have to create an app in App Gallery Connect. So now let's follow our code lab one by one and click on App Gallery Connect. So once you click on it, it will show you something like this. On the right top corner, there is a sign in button. Click on the sign in. Now it will ask you to enter your Huawei ID and Huawei developer ID, email or password. So if you don't have a Huawei developer ID yet, you must register right now, because you cannot integrate any of the HMS Core capability without your Huawei ID. Or if you already have a Huawei ID, what you can do is you can enter these information and click on login. If you register with your phone number earlier, you can click on login with login via SMS, and you can enter your mobile number and password, and you will receive OTP on the mobile phone in the form of SMS. Or if you already have a Huawei phone and you are already logged in with your Huawei developer ID inside your phone, you can open the settings screen, and then you can go after opening the setting, you can click on your name, which will open the account center page. and then you can click on the right top corner the QR code icon to scan the QR code. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm already logged in with my Huawei ID in my phone, so I'm going to scan this QR code. This is the easiest way to actually log in because you don't have to write anything. I just scan the QR code and it automatically refreshes and take me back to the App Gallery Connect page. Now, App Gallery Connect is actually the developers console or developers playground to play with. This is where actually you set up your projects, you set up your apps, you set up different services, API, manage APIs, manage different rest of the things, and so on. So we will see exactly how to actually go through it. The first step here is to actually create a project. So you can say my projects, and then you can actually click on the new project. So what is a project? Project is something it's like a container which will contain different applications. So one project will have its own settings, and this settings will be applied to all the apps that are inside this project. A project contains different applications, right? So application cannot withstand, it's necessary to have a project associated to it. So what you have to do first step is to create a project, and to create a project, it's something very easy. You can click on add project and it will ask you to enter the project name, which is something really easy, right? So I will write workshop 1 project. Let's keep it like this. So you can keep any name you want, but it's always good idea to keep a meaningful name. And project can also contain different variants of your application. Let's say if you have development version of the APK Android app, or you have a staging version and you have production version. So you can have 3 different applications inside your one project, and the API settings will apply to the project, which means to all the apps which are inside the project. So you can click on finish. It will navigate you to directly to project setting with some of the information like developer ID, public key, and so on. You can see right now this project does not have any app. It's a blank project we just created. There is no app into it. We can add an app, and we can do a lot of things. So let's actually go back to our code lab and see what it is asking us to do. It is saying next to create an Android Studio project, but before this, let's see the first step details. So for this, you have to click on sign into this. Okay, then you have to click on my projects. You have to find the project, or you can integrate you can add your new app inside existing project. It's up to you. Then you have to click the Huawei menu analytics. So if you see on the left hand side here, let me zoom it a bit. So we have different options here. Some of them is earn, which is related to monetization. Then we have something with grow, like push kit, A/B testing, app messaging, app linking, remote configuration, so on. Then we have build, which has a list of different capabilities like 3D modeling, map, location, ML, and so on. Under the quality, we have crash, application performance, cloud testing, cloud debugging. And today's topic is the Huawei Analytics, which is a very comprehensive set of uh, services to offer for the developers. So you can see there are a lot of services. Right now, let's click on the project overview. So once you click on the project overview, the main part will load and it will ask you to enable the analytics services. And you can see it's about different platform right here. So I will click on enable analytics, and then it will ask me to first set the storage location. So for this, I will click on the set button. It will show us a pop-up with different data processing locations. You can see we have China, we have Singapore, we have Germany, we have Russia. So for Middle East region, all the countries within Middle East and Africa, we recommend you to select Singapore region. However, you can also select Germany, Russia, and other data processing locations, but it's better to select Singapore because of the uh, latency and so on. So Singapore is the nearest server to us. It's always recommended to Singapore. If you select, let's say, Germany, you will still receive the data on the console, but it might take much time longer than as compared to what you will receive in case of Singapore. So I will keep it as default and I will click OK. I'm just enabling default location as Singapore, and here we have some settings. So I will click on more settings, and here you will see different options like how would you like to identify users in my project. So by user ID or device, or only by device. I will select only by device, and then how long you want us to keep the data. 6 months, 9 months, 14 months. I will keep the maximum, and this is just for better reporting of analytical data when actually your week starts and ends. So for us, it's Sunday to Saturday. We'll click on finish. So it's just preparing and enabling, and there is a pop-up which says this project does not have any app yet. So do you want to create one? I will select yes, and it will navigate me back to this to add app. Let's say if I'm not adding an app right now, I can go back to project overview, and this time it will show me some of the dashboards with, of course, no data. So project overview will show me all the data regarding to this project. This project can contain multiple apps as well. So all the data will be listed here, like new users, active users, and so on. This is the default overview of the project. And we have something called real-time overview right here, which is actually giving us the real-time analytics. So new users in 30 minutes from the app, active users, events, new users today, active users today, even today, and some of the other parameters that we will see like app distribution channel, app location, model brand, and so on. If you are not satisfied with the default, you can create your own overview. So it will ask you to select different options, like as if you are interested in few different parameters. So you can click on new here, and it will ask you what type of parameters you want to see in the dashboard, like add indicators, add cards, and so on. So this is and the rest of the features listed here are based on your requirement. Let's say if you are interested in industry analysis or user analysis, we have different uh, type of data you can generate, and based on the analytics receiving from the app itself. Then behavior, you can also see the event analysis, audience analysis, user funnel, retention, attribution, and then app debugging at the end. So we will be using app debugging in our session for today. So now let's get back to our code lab. So we completed all of these steps. I will scroll down all the way to down. So once we do this, and it is asking us to actually go and to enable the Huawei Analytics. But before this, for sure, we need the project, and actually for the project, we need, sorry, the app, and for the app, we need the app package name or application ID. So I will go back to my project settings right here, and I will click on add app button. So it will actually ask me a few important details to add an app. You can see the first option here is actually the platform. We are working with Android at the moment, so you have to select Android. iOS, web, quick app, Harmony OS is also supported. So I will go with Android. And then we have different device types, let's say mobile, watch, or vision. Vision is actually the Huawei TV. So all you have to do is to write your app name. I will write Analytics Workshop 1. Okay. And I can keep any package name here. So I will keep com.yasser.analytics workshop.analytics. So the package name convention is pretty straightforward. All you have to make sure is the package name should be unique, and in order to keep it unique, it's always recommended to start with the com, which actually represent the company word, and then followed by a dot with the company name itself. Because I'm an individual, so I am putting my own name. If you're a company, you can write your company name. If you're individual, you can write your own name, and then you can write anything related to the application. So what convention I followed here is actually the this name is actually the project name that I have, and this is the application name that I'm going to keep, right? So I will copy this like from here, and then inside the app category you can select the app, because we are not working with the game at the moment, and for the language we can keep English as default. So once you fill all the relevant information, you can click on OK, and it will generate some of the information like the ag services.json file, which is very important file. um, and it will also guide you how you can actually add it inside your Android Studio. Now we haven't created the Android Studio part, so we will keep it just we will click on next. Let's say it also asks you to do some project level and app level build or Gradle settings. For now we are not doing it, so I will skip it, and I will skip the join operation and other services as well. So now you can see we have an app information here with the package name that we entered, and we have some of the other information, and this is the JSON file that we have to add. So before downloading this, I would like you to go to manage APIs, and here you will see different list of APIs that we have. From here you can actually search for analytics, and it's already enabled right here. Yeah, so once you are sure that your relevant service is enabled, you can then download your JSON file. Right now, if let's say you are integrating map, you should first enable the map and then go to your general settings and download the JSON file. So now I will click on the JSON file to download. If I navigate back to my code lab, you can see they are asking us to actually enable the services. Then they are asking us to download this file, and then they are asking us to add it inside our project. So before moving to the project, let me download this file first. So now we already got our file, and we will go to our next part, which is creating a project in Android Studio. So you can start your Android Studios, click on new project, and to start with, I'm selecting no activity, and we are working with phone and tablets. I will click on next. Here I can put any name that I want for the project. So I will keep analytics workshop 1, and this is the package name. It should be same as what we already entered. So I will go back to my dashboard here, let's say, and this is the package name that I added earlier. So I will keep it here the same. I will save it because we're working with Java, so I will select Java, and for this I'm keeping minimum SDK as 5. So I will click on finish. Now this will actually open the Android Studio project that I just created, and it might take some time in the beginning because sometimes in the beginning Gradle files and all the related dependencies are getting loaded, so you have to wait for a while to get it done. So let's wait for a while. So yeah, our project is now loaded, and we can see some of the information. So here we have Android. You can select project from the top, if and then we have the different files. Under the app, we can see under the Java it's completely empty because we selected empty project. So we will go back to our file. This is our file. We will copy it and we will paste it inside as mentioned in the app folder. So as mentioned, I just copied the file. I will go to my app and I will try to close this and I will paste. Now this is my file name. Try to make sure the file name should be agconnect-services.json. I will click OK, and here this is the file. Now you can see within this file we have analytics and all the relevant information. So you can keep this file as it is. Coming back to our code lab, it is asking us to add dependencies, and here for more detail configuring to Maven repo address to this. So we will try to open it and have a look at it step by step. So here it is actually telling us how we can integrate, as we are working with Gradle plugin 7. Might be your version is earlier than 7 or maybe later than 7, so you can follow the relevant document. For us, for me in particular, it's 7, so I will click on this and then I will follow the document. So first of all, I have to add all of this inside my project level build.grid. So I will copy all of it from here. I will go to my project level build.grid, which is this one, and I will paste it here, right? So you can see some of the information is already there. Instead of copy pasting everything, what you can do is you can just copy these main scripts and paste it at the relevant places. So for this, I have just two things to add here. First is the Maven URL for Huawei repo, and the second one is the class path for AG Connect. So I have added all the relevant information. I can see this need an update, so I will try to update it. This also need an update, so I will try to update and I will say sync now. Meanwhile, if I navigate back to my documentation, it's then asking us to open settings.gradle file and add this inside repos. So I will go to my settings.gradle file, which is right here, and inside repos it is asking me to add this here, right? I will again click on sync. Now this is the configuration we already completed. Now we will get back to our configuration, which is now mentioned here. So for the third level is the app level build.gradle. We have to add, this is actually project level. We already added this in the settings. We have added as well. Now we have to add build dependencies. For this, we are using as Gradle 7, so I have to use this one. I will copy it. This will be added inside our app level. So this is our app folder, this is our app level, and here I will add the plugin for Huawei first of all, and then second I have to add the dependency for analytics kit. You have to make sure you are targeting the latest version, and if I go back to my analytics, which was right here, I can see the version from here 650300, and I have to add this dependency in the dependencies here 650300. This is the latest version, and then I can click on sync, right? Coming back to my documentation, so everything I added, everything is working fine. I will come back to my code lab. So all of this, I just already added this, I already added this, I already applied the plugin, and I'm not using any ProGuard rules or any of the other text guard rules. If you are using, you can copy and paste it in the relevant places. So we completed this step. I will click next. Now the next is the accessing analytics kit. Now for this, in the code lab, you can see there is a download button. If I click on it, it will open the Git repo with different information. So actually the basic idea of this is to mock a scenario where the user is playing a game, a quiz game, and user will be asked with a question and an option with true and false. At the same time, if he select the correct answer, he will get positive points. If he select a wrong answer, he will not get anything. And he can also post or share his score with different users, let's say. So for all of these functionalities, we have implemented analytics just to make sure we are getting analytics in different cases. And this is how the UI will look like. On top, you can see there will be a question. True, false will be the most possible answer for these questions. And then he can go to settings to set his favorite sports, or he can post the score, or he can go to the next question if he done answering with this. So for this, the code is already there. You can go to code, you can see there are two classes here, and for the resources, the relevant layouts are there and the values are there. And I have already downloaded this, so let's start adding these files to our project. So first I have the Java part, which I have actually two um, classes. I will copy all of this. You can also download from the Git and copy and paste it inside your project. But you have to make sure the uh, package name should be fine as per your project. So here I have com.yasser.workshop.analytics and it's perfectly fine, right? So we have two classes here, 1 and 2. Of course, you will see some errors here because we are still missing with a lot of data and files. So next I will go to layouts and I will copy both of these and I will try to paste it inside resources and under the layout. You can see we don't have a layout here, so you can right click on it. You can select um, Android resource directory, and from here you can select layout and it will add a new folder, and within this you can paste your files. So we have now two files, activity main, activity settings. So I will close it right for now. Then we will see we have another folder here, values, and within values we have strings. So I will go to values and you can see we already have a strings here which have just the app name. So I will paste this file and I will try to replace it. Now we have all the different strings that we are going to use inside our app. So this values string file is responsible for the localization, and it's always recommend to add all the text related to the language within the relevant files so that it's easy for you to translate in different languages later on. So this will be used as the application name. So I will write analytics workshop, and you can keep any name based on your preference, right? So we have added some information. Now if we again open our two Java files, you can see all the errors are gone. Same goes with the settings file, all the errors are fixed now. If I go to the activity.main, I can see this is the layout, there's no error. Activity.settings, there is no error, and so on, right? But we are still missing with the Android manifest configuration. For this we have actually another file right here, which is here, this one. So for this, what we can do is we can add the files here, or we can follow the code lab. So let's get back to code lab first and see what they are telling us. We downloaded these files, we copied the files, the code files, we copied the resources file. Now in the manifest, they are asking us to add this metadata within the application tag. So I will copy this, I will go to application tag, which is right here. You have to make sure it should be inside the application tag, and here you can write some comments like this just to make it more understandable. So metadata, okay, and here I will paste what I copied from there. Then it is asking us to declare an activity. So this activity is our second activity, but we haven't actually declared our first one as well. So I will try to this one, and within this we have to add intent filter with some of the relevant information, and at the same time we have to make sure that both of the activities are listed. If we don't list the activities right here, uh, the application will crash at the beginning, because listing activity within Android Studio is compulsory. All the activities should be listed within Android manifest. So we have added the relevant activities. Now come back to our code lab. Now it is asking us to modify the classes that you downloaded from here already. You have to follow some of the to-dos. In the sample that I followed, I already pasted all the relevant code with the relevant to-dos. So what you can do if you're downloading the files from the GitHub hub, you can click on to-dos. It will list all the to-dos here, and then one by one, following the guide, starting from first step, second step, third step, you just have to copy the code and paste it in the relevant to-dos places. So after completing all the steps, you can click on next and you can start testing your application. So for this, you can actually run your application on the real phone. I have the phone with me, and let me try to run this application on the phone that I have with me. So first, it's always good idea to clean the project. And see, we got first error, which is asking Android Gradle plugin requires Java 11 to run. You are currently using Java 1.8. So it's a pretty interesting error. You can fix it very simply. Click on the file, click on settings. It will open the settings. From the search, you can search for Gradle. And here, Gradle JDK, you can select the version 11 as requested by the IDE. So click on apply, click on OK. It will refresh. You can minimize this. Again, you can do clean. It's now working. So once this is cleaned, you can try to actually build the project, and once the project is ready, you can run the project on the real phone. So the build is fine. Now I will try to run the project directly, which will actually first build the project and then it will run the project. In the meantime, if you look at the code part, so integration of Analytics Kit, it's pretty simple. All you need is just actually 2 or 3 lines. The first thing you have to do is to take the instance of HUAWEI Analytics instance class, and then this is the main key that you have to do. So on the first class of the application, you have to actually enable the log. Hi analytics tool dot enable logs. If you are already extending the application, let's say you have an app here with your custom name, so you have a separate app class, so it's you can enable the analytics inside the on create of the app class. If you don't have the app class, again it's fine, then you can pick up the launching activity, and in the launching activity on create, you can enable the analytics like what we did in our demo today. So after this, you can initiate the instance that we have. It's pretty simple. Hi analytics.get instance. Now this instance will be used to send the analytical events or data. So how to send, let's say we have one function here which is post score. We are creating a bundle with two value, key and value. Key is the score and the value is also the current score of the user, and then we are calling the function instance does dot on event with the event name and the bundle itself. You can see my application is now packaged successfully and it's now up and running. So let me share my screen. This is my application on the real phone. I will click on continue. I will click on install. Now installation is done and the application is up and running. So this is the application. I'm asked with the first question. This is the most possible answers that I have to select. Then this is the setting, this is the post score, and this is the next. So before going with the functional demo, let's get back to our code. So how to send the event? It's pretty simple. Instance dot on event. You can check also what parameter are required for the event. So we need the key and we need the bundle. So you can keep the key from here, which is the default key types that we have, event types, let's say submit score, and then you can displays the bundle. You can keep your own um, custom event as well. So actually this is a predefined event. You can see report a predefined event, and really on top of it we can see instance dot on event, and here we are sending a custom event, which is the event name is answer, and the bundle will have set of different information like question, answer, answer time, and so on, right? So how to send an event? It's pretty simple. Just this line will be sending the event from our code to our analytics dashboard. Similarly, in another class, let's say if you want to send the event in the settings, what we are doing is we are again sending the event. We are taking the instance first, and here actually we are not sending the event, rather we are setting a user profile. So if you want to set up a custom user attribute or parameter, or you want to use one of the user attribute with all the events, you can do it pretty simply. Instance.set user profile, the key, the first parameter will be the key, which is the profile name, and then the value of it. So in this actually what we are doing here is whatever user entered in the edit text, we take it as a string, and then we set it as a user profile for the tag or for the attribute called favor underscore sport, right? So now let's get back to our functional demo. This is the application. This is the first question. The largest planet in the solar system is Jupiter. I think it's true, so I will select true. Yeah, it's the correct answer. So it showed me a pop-up. Then I can click on next. The first Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece. I think yes. So yeah, the answer is correct. And I click on next. The violin has 6 strings. I don't think so, because I think I have 3 or 4 strings. So false. Yeah, I was correct. So I click on next then, and then flying bats belong to birds. I think yes. Oh, it was false, and my answer is false. It's not correct, incorrect. So then I can click on next, or I can post my score. So if I post my score will be sent to analytical data dashboard that we have, and we will see it shortly how it is appearing. At the same time, let's now explore the setting part. So here it is asking me for favorite sport. I will write football, and I can click on save. Now clicking on save, settings saved successfully, and it actually set up a user profile, which means this attribute will be sending with all the analytical data going from our client to the server. So now let's get back to our next question, which is sound spreads faster in water than yeah, that's right. Then we have again this first question that we had, it was true. So we can do some randomly false just to send some data for our background to analyze, right? And then we can send score. So this was the whole idea behind the this demo. And now we will navigate to our dashboard, where we will see how this data is working. If I go through the code very quickly, we are doing just something very simple integration of analytics. First, you have to make sure you enable the logs, then you have to take the instance. Then from the UI, I have different UI elements like text view, button, so on. With each button, I am setting up a button click listener, and within the listener, I am doing different things. Let's say for settings button, I'm opening the setting activity. For the next button, I'm showing the next question. For the true button, I'm marking the answer as true, and for the false, I'm marking the answer as false. At the same time, I'm reporting the answer to our analytical dashboard, right? And then we have post, which is again called this post score, which will eventually prepare a bundle and send to our dashboard. Now, check question is just showing me, is just checking either the answer is correct or not. If it is correct, I will get 2 points, 20 more points. If it is not, I will get nothing, and I am not even detecting the score. So you can also enhance this and keep it negative marking for every wrong answer. And for report event function, it's pretty simple again. I'm preparing the bundle, shipping or packaging this bundle with all the relevant data that I have to send, and then calling one simple function, which is instance dot on event, and which will eventually uh, send this all the information to our analytical dashboard or server. The same goes with postcode. So actually that's it from the code part. It's pretty simple. It's very easy to integrate. Now we will navigate to our dashboard, and which is actually as per our code lab. The next part is the testing the app. So you have to start the app and trigger different events. We already did it. Now the next part is viewing the data. So for this you have to go to App Gallery Connect. We already have it open here. So and then you have to go to analytics overview real time. So I will select the same. First of all, I will select analytics, and then I will click on real time overview. Let me zoom out a bit. So you can see we have one spike right here, and we have all the data right here. So this data is now not refreshing. I have to refresh manually from here. But if you want it to refresh automatically, you can enable this function, which is enable auto refresh, and it will automatically refresh every minute. Now, this is some of the information that we are getting by default. New users in last 30 minutes, active users, events in last 30 minutes. So we have two events actually. If I click on it, I will be having more detail about the events itself. And then users today, active users, down, I'll have more data. So down, I'll have more data. So event analysis. We have a first launch, which have different set of data. And I think because I enabled this, so let me stop this for a while and let me click on events, and let us see, it's loading. Okay, so we have all the relevant data that we need, and also we can click on app start event to check how the app was started. If I navigate or scroll down, I will be able to see different information like the channel, the app itself, which is the application name. You remember this is what we were using, and two users are from this 100% only, or both of them are from the using the same Android app. If we have multiple apps or multiple variants added within the same project, we will be able to see different apps as well. And here is the location. So I'm sitting in Saudi Arabia, so it is showing me Saudi Arabia, and also I can see the model and the brand. So this is the model and the brand name. So both of the users or both of the events actually were received from the same model, which is exactly what we are using. Now we have different functionalities here which you can actually explore, like retention analysis, event analysis, user analysis, and so on. If I go to event analysis very quickly, so we don't have much data as of now because we are working with the real time, and sometimes it might take some time to appear data in the real-time overview. So in order to make sure your integration is working perfectly fine, we have something called app debugging. So for this, you have to enable app debugging from your code point of view or from your development machine, and then all the events will start appearing right here instantly without any delay. So let's get back to our code lab first, and we can see we already completed this. Now if I click on next, the next part of the code lab is debugging your app, and for this you have to run this command, which is adb shell with the package name and so on. So let's open our command prompt and run this command to enable the debugging. So my command prompt is now open. I will write this command adb shell set prop debug.huawei.hms.analytics.app followed by the package name. And for the package name, you can go to your Android Studio, and you can actually go to your app level build.gradle file, and here you have something called application ID, which is the package name. Also, you can copy the package name from your console, which you already have inside the project settings. So let's paste this. Oh, this is the package name. So adb shell set prop debug.hms.analytics.app followed by package name, and I click on enter. So now my debugging is now started with this package name, and after this now I should try to trigger some data, and which will be visible inside the console. So let me open the app again and try to send some data. This is our app. We will again try to answer a few questions to and post a score to check if we are getting the data in debug mode. So for this I click on true, then next, then false, true, next, next, then true, next, false, next, then true, oh, it was false, next, and then true, next, true, next, and finally I'm posting the score. So I posted the score multiple times just to make sure the data is receiving. Now here, if you come back to our app debugging, and I can see all the scores. So we got actually 40 events in last 60 seconds, and in last 30 minutes 42, 30, and it's keep decreasing. So each event, like let's say submit a score, if I click on view details, it will show me the score, current score, and all the information. And within the user attribute, I can see the favor underscore score football, which I set manually. Now, if I navigate to last 30 minutes, I will be able to see the timeline right here on the top, which will actually based on the time each minute. So on 2 minutes ago, I got around 42 events. I can select this time, and then I can select all the different events. So some of them like 22 events, three type of events in total. 22 were actually submit score, 18 were answer, and uh, 2 were enter screen. Now the interesting part is it is showing me separately the user attributes which I set it manually, like favor underscore sports is football. So if I click on, let's say, answer, it will show me the answers and the relevant data when actually it was. So here the task ID was none, so answer true, false were sent. Then these are the different times that I received within the package, and these were the questions. So all the questions that I have, it's already here coming from the client side, which is the Android app. So if we go back to our code lab now, we already completed this. Make sure to stop the debugging of the analytical data before moving forward. So for this, you have to copy this command. You have to again open your command prompt and click enter. Now for the rest of the part, actually till now this point you have successfully completed your analytics integration and everything is working fine. You can move on with the different screens. Let's say if you have more than one activity, you can then move to different activities and start sending events based on your preferences. Within the code lab, you can see we have added some FAQs, like how should I perform initialization, what is the best way, how does analytics kit identify users. We already talk about AAID, anonymous application ID, and then some of the information like when this AAID will be reset. We already saw it as well. And then what are the permissions required? Why can't I view this? And all the rest of the information that we needed. So if I click on next part, which is the last part, here you can see we have reached to the last part, which is the congratulations, we have completed this code lab. Now that was all about actually the integration of analytics kit. Again, if you have any questions, you can write to us, or you can write to the email address that we shared earlier within this session, which is appsup.mea at huawei.com. Analytics, it's quite powerful. You can explore it through our documentation as well. If you are not sure how to integrate it, you can again watch this the same video, or you can take up our mock course available on online training portal. So the next is the references that we have here. You can download the complete sample code from this link, and you can navigate to relevant documents, which is just listed here, the one that I just show you. So you can follow the documentation for any platform that you are working with. And if you have any questions, you can again write to us now, or maybe later as well. You can send us email, or you can also reach to us with different channels as mentioned earlier, with the email address as well.
So now we are moving to our final part, which is the questions and answer. Thank you so much for all the people who stay with us till the end of this session. And I can see we have some comments, and we have, I think, one question here. Um, Maybe this one. Oh, thank you so much, Muhammad Omar Malik, for your comments. And again, I cannot see any further questions regarding our session of today. But if you have anything later on as well, you can write to us at apps.mea@huawei.com, or you can join some of the developer community, which I will share right now as a part of important links. You can join our Facebook group, which is HDG group for Huawei developers for MEA. You can join this group and you can write your questions there as well. The most important thing is, if you face any difficulties, let's say while integrating any of the HMS capability or SDK, it's not just limited to analytics, rather to any of the kit integration. If you're facing any issues, or if you have any questions, you can write to us through different channels. Some of the channels are already mentioned on our website as well. So you can navigate to our website, developers.huawei.com, and you can write to us through the mentioned channel. Or the simplest is, you can scan this QR code on the right hand side, which is to join the developer community. It will take you to our Facebook developer community group. You can join this group and write your questions or ask us anything at any point of time. On the right hand side, we have another QR code, which is for Apps Up 2022. We want every one of you to participate in this amazing global contest and get a chance to win amazing prize as cash and other incentives as well that I mentioned earlier. So for today, I think we are all good, and this is just our first session. We have a lot of other sessions as well about different topics, and some of them are very exciting as well. So we are really looking forward to see you in our upcoming workshops as well. And for today, I would like to sign off on a note with thank you so much. And at the same time, this is the contact information again. You can write to us through email, or you can visit our website, developer.huawei.com. At the same time, you can join the Facebook group, which is HDGMEI, and you can write your questions there as well. So this is Yasir Tahir signing off for today. Thank you so much once again. Have a great day, and looking forward to see you in our upcoming sessions.